This isn't real life, right? By Luisa 4H. Alvin threw a piece of paper at Abby. Abby unfolded the paper. It read, "Roses are red, violets are blue. Faces like yours belong in the zoo. But don't you worry, I will be there too, not in the cage, but laughing at you. Love, Alvin and Anne." "What do you think of that?" screamed Anne. Well, you're missing capital," said Abby, not so sure of what she had said. "You think that will affect me?" asked Anne rudely. "I can't believe you two," thought Abby. As you can see, Abby hated her two siblings, Alvin and Anne. Alvin was 4 more years than Abby, and Anne was 6 more years bigger than her. She always wished she was bigger than them, but that was about to change. One Saturday, it was 11:11 a.m., and Alvin and Anne wished they were little because they wanted more attention. At that same time, Abby wished she was older than Alvin and Anne because she wanted to bother them. Then they touched each other's uniforms because their uniforms were red, and kaboom! In 1 second, Alvin and Anne were shrinking while Abby was growing. "This isn't real life, right?" Abby asked. Their wish came true, but there was only one problem. Now, Anne seemed like Abby, and Abby seemed like Dan. Luckily, Alvin stayed the same. "That is not fair," Anne and Abby screamed. The three of them enjoyed their fabulous life until Monday. They were going to school. Anne was cool with it like Alvin, but how in the world will Abby go to batch 1? In the car, Anne told Abby, "Don't you dare ruin my perfect record of answering every question right." Abby freaked out. Then the bell rang. Abby opened the car door. "Bye, Mom." She ran until she got to the hallway. I don't know this school. It is so different as my school. Even if it is ASFM too, it is very different." But then Abby remembered that Anne gave her a schedule in a piece of paper. In the back there were 1,000 million trillion billion thousand billion trillion questions written by Anne. "Okay, first is math with Mr. Watata," Abby said. "Now it's set to go right, and then 2 steps left and 1 step east." Abby followed the map until she arrived to a door that said math. She stepped inside the room just in time for math. "Well, hello, Anne. So will you be nice to answer these following questions? What is the square root of 6? Just before Mr. Watata asked her a question, she thought of a wonderful idea that she bet Anne and Alvin thought of. She asked Mr. Watata, Can I please go to the nurse? I feel dizzy." "Well, go to the nurse if you please, and see if you get better." Abby standed up, picked up her backpack, and went straight towards the nurse, which was just in front of the math room. "Now, how am I going to trick the nurse that I am really dizzy?" she thought. "Well, maybe I can start bumping into the tables or the walls and trick the nurse that I am, and maybe the nurse will think I am really dizzy." When Abby entered the nurse room, she bumped into the walls. Immediately, the nurse told her to go to the office because she seemed very dizzy. In the office, she got her pass and took off to the bridge when she met her siblings. As predicted, they thought of the same idea. "We just have to figure out how to untangle us from all of this mess," Anne shared. They thought very hard of how they got their wish of being bigger and small. "I got it," said Alvin. "Maybe if we wish it again, our wish becomes true. How simple is that?" Abby and Anne thought for a moment. "Okay," they both admitted. "But who will wish it?" asked Anne. "Ooh, me! Choose me!" Abby screamed. Okay. Do you know what to wish?" Alvin asked. It seemed as if Alvin's comment was useless because Abby had already closed her eyes. Abby said, "I wish we were back to normal." They waited for the kaboom to happen, but nothing happened. "You only get 1 chance, and you ruin it for all of us," Alvin said. "That is not true," said Anne in her mature voice. Then Alvin thought about another idea of why it didn't work. Alvin screamed, "Our wish came true because all of us wished it at the same time. If you wish it like that, maybe it comes true. Ooh, don't forget we have to wish it at 11:11 and touch red." It was 11:10, and the 3 siblings waited impatiently for it to be 11:11. Finally, it was 11:11. They wished their wish and touched red. Suddenly, kaboom! Abby started shrinking while Alvin and Anne regrew. They were back to normal. After 2 years of being normal, Abby started having an obsession of eating chocolate. Their parents bought her tons of chocolate, and the only piece of chocolate Anne and Alvin had was a chocolate bar a month. At 11:11 a.m., Abby wished she got more chocolate and touched red. At 11:11 a.m., Alvin and Anne wished they had more chocolate and touched red. Kaboom! "Not this again," they all screamed. After 2 minutes of silence, Abby said, "Hey, we all wish we had more chocolate, so I bet this is a normal world, just with a little drop of difference." Then they saw they had a chocolate in their hands, and every time they finished it, it regrew. "Well, let's just wish it back to normal, because then we will become fat," Alvin suggested. The siblings waited impatiently for it to be 11:11 p.m. Finally, at 11:11 p.m., they wished their wish, and kaboom! One more time, they were back to normal. Now, I promise, they became a normal family. Alvin and Nan never excluded Abby ever again because they realized that Abby was really nice to them. They all learned that life has pros and cons, but that is just how it is. The end.